By now you've hopefully had a chance to get your textbook and read Chapter 1, The World of Retailing. I'm going to provide the slides that I'm going to click through to you, but I just wanted to highlight a few of them as I go over a few details in the chapter. The first thing I want to talk about is what is retailing, and it's the sale of goods in small quantities directly to consumers. It's very straightforward, but it's important to differentiate the types of sales transactions. You have business to business, which is also known as B2B. You have business to consumer, which is the traditional retail style, so that would be business to consumer. Government is considered G, and it might be a G to G or a G to B. They don't do a whole lot of G to C. And another option is C to C, so consumer to consumer. eBay would be an example of that. Another area that I want to discuss briefly is the channels of distribution. So a manufacturer, starting all the way to the right, a manufacturer may create something and sell it directly to the consumer. Let's use eggs as an example. You might buy eggs directly from a farmer who sells them on a at a side stand by their farm. So it's directly sold from the farmer to you. Now that farmer may make their eggs available in a retail location so that that retailer might have multiple types of farm produce and products available. Or the farmer may sell a larger quantity of eggs to a wholesaler or distributor, and they're sold to multiple retailers. Or taking a step from there, that farmer might work with an agent or a broker, and in that level, it's usually even larger numbers of product, and it's sold through multiple wholesalers to multiple retailers to multiple end users. So depends upon how much product, and it can get rather complicated. Facilitators is an important technical term that you'll want to memorize. Those aren't necessarily part of the supply chain traditionally. They simply facilitate or help with the process of the sale. Businesses constantly look at their situation analysis information so that they can make the best decisions for their business given a specific time period and what's going on in the business environment around them. So they conduct a SWOT analysis. Where are we now? How did we get here? And then they look at the strategy that it's going to take to get them to where they want to be in the future. So you look at where you are now, and then you plan to that next step. This chapter touches on target market. We're going to get into that more specifically in the future. But what I want you thinking about is who might be the current or potential customer for your pop-up store. So how are you going to target to a specific group of customers? Retailing versus e-tailing is another topic that's something that you need to be aware of. E-tailing is simply making items for sale or making items available to purchase online. E-commerce is the action of actually purchasing or selling those items. So it's closing the deal. The next topic is a variety of the retail positions that are available in the industry so that you can see that one might not be right for you, but maybe another position in retail is something that interests you. So it just starts helping you narrow your focus if retailing is something that you want to go into. And then it finishes with some traits for an ideal retail employee. One of the most important is creativity, because the competition in the retail market is so significant these days that you have to be able to provide unique perspective for your organization so that you can draw customers in and they're able to gain something that they wouldn't be able to gain from competition. So that's chapter 1 in a nutshell. There's more than that in the chapter, but those are just a few of the highlights that I wanted you to be aware of.